Pomegranates. Ancient civilizations valued pomegranates so highly that they became symbols of life, prosperity, and longevity. In Persia, Greece, and across the Mediterranean, the fruit's hundreds of jewel-like seeds represented abundance. Warriors consumed it before battles to boost their strength, and royalty drank it to celebrate their power. But modern laboratories have revealed something those ancient cultures could never see. Every ruby-red seed is also a powerful shield that helps you prevent stroke. Pomegranates are rich in punicalagins and anthocyanins. They are powerful antioxidants that help protect arteries from oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is a process that resembles metals slowly rusting from the inside out. As this internal rust builds up, blood vessels become stiff and plaque forms more easily, increasing the risk of clot-related strokes. Punicalagins work like a polishing crew, helping preserve the smooth surface of artery walls while reducing inflammation that encourages plaque growth. To make the most out of it, choose fresh pomegranate seeds or 100% unsweetened pomegranate juice, and pair them with a source of healthy fat such as walnuts or plain yogurt. Oranges. During the age of exploration, sailors carried citrus fruit on long voyages to treat mysterious illnesses that could wipe out entire crews before they ever reached land. From then on, the bright orange became more than just a snack. It was a form of survival. Today, millions of people associate oranges with vitamin C, but that juicy flesh also contains a network of plant compounds that quietly support the blood vessels carrying oxygen to your brain every second of every day. Besides vitamin C, oranges also provide hesperidin and potassium. Those are a combination that keeps arteries flexible and circulation steady. Vitamin C acts as the repair technician that patches tiny cracks in your blood vessel walls. Hesperidin works like a traffic controller, encouraging better blood flow and reducing unnecessary congestion, while potassium helps balance excess sodium that can stiffen arteries and raise blood pressure. High blood pressure is a leading trigger for stroke. It forces blood through the brain's delicate vessels, like blasting water through an old garden hose at maximum pressure. Eventually, it bursts. To prevent the burst, you should eat the whole orange instead of drinking juice, and leave as much of the white pith attached as possible, since it contains a large share of the beneficial flavonoids and fiber that slow sugar absorption and maximize vascular benefits. Kiwis. At first glance, a kiwi looks almost ordinary, covered in a fuzzy brown skin that hides its bright green interior. But this small fruit traveled from the mountains of China to become a global favorite, eventually earning the name kiwi after New Zealand's famous flightless bird. What makes it remarkable is not just its sweet tart flavor, but the unusually high concentration of nutrients, making it one of the quiet champions of vascular health. Kiwis deliver an impressive combination of vitamin C, vitamin E, potassium, and polyphenols that work together like a cleanup crew for your circulatory system. Vitamin C helps reinforce the collagen that keeps blood vessel walls strong, while polyphenols help neutralize unstable molecules that can chip away at the artery lining like tiny grains of sandpaper. In one clinical study, participants who ate 2 to 3 kiwis daily for several weeks experienced reduced excessive platelet activity, making blood cells less likely to clump together unnecessarily, and lower triglyceride levels compared with those who did not. To get kiwis' full benefit, eat them fresh and fully ripe, and if you're comfortable with the texture, wash them well and eat the edible skin too, since it provides extra fiber and antioxidants that further support healthy arteries and stable blood sugar. Apples. Apple has traveled farther through human history than almost any other fruit. It crossed continents on trade routes, inspired folklore from Europe to Central Asia, and became so common that people often overlook it for more exotic superfoods. Yet inside that familiar crunch is a surprisingly complex package of nutrients that works wonderfully to support the network of arteries that feed your brain. Apples are loaded with soluble fiber called pectin and a flavonoid known as quercetin. Pectin acts as a soft sponge moving through your digestive tract, soaking up excess cholesterol before it has the chance to contribute to plaque buildup inside blood vessels. Quercetin acts like a tiny fire extinguisher, helping calm chronic inflammation that can weaken artery walls and make blood clots more likely. To get the full benefits, eat apples with the skin on, since much of the quercetin is concentrated just beneath the peel, and pair them with natural peanut butter or a handful of almonds for a meal that slows sugar absorption and keeps blood vessels happier for longer. Avocados. Long before avocados became a trendy toast topping, They were cultivated in Central America as a dense, energy-rich food that could sustain people for hours in harsh environments. The Aztecs even associated the avocado with strength and vitality because of how fulfilling and nourishing it is. Today, this creamy fruit is shipped across the world with the reputation of being just fat. But in reality, this fat is one of the best weapons against stroke you can find in nature. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, which help reduce inflammation inside blood vessels and keep artery walls flexible. They lubricate your vascular system, keeping it from becoming stiff and brittle, lowering the chance of pressure-related damage that can lead to stroke. Avocados also contain potassium and folate. These compounds support healthy blood pressure and help reduce homocysteine. Homocysteine is a compound that acts like tiny abrasive particles which can damage the inner lining of arteries. To enjoy it, slice avocado over whole grain toast, or mix it into salads with a squeeze of lemon to protect its healthy fats from oxidation while improving absorption of fat-soluble nutrients from other foods. Blueberries. For centuries, wild blueberries were gathered by indigenous communities across North America and treated as a prized survival food during long winters. Early explorers noticed that these tiny berries could stay surprisingly flavorful after drying, making them a valuable source of nutrition when fresh produce disappeared. Today, blueberries have become one of the most studied fruits on the planet, yet they still look almost too small to matter. That handful of deep blue fruit hides pigments so powerful they can stain your fingers, your tongue, and in a sense, your blood vessels as well. The deep color comes from anthocyanins. It's a natural compounds that act like a maintenance crew, repairing the inner lining of your arteries. That delicate lining, called the endothelium, is like the smooth Teflon coating inside a non-stick pan. When inflammation and oxidation scratch it up, blood clots and plaque are more likely to form, increasing stroke risk. Anthocyanins help reduce this damage while supporting nitric oxide, a natural signal that tells blood vessels to relax and stay flexible, almost like widening a crowded highway during rush hour. A large study involving more than 90,000 women found that those with the highest anthocyanin intake had up to a 32% lower risk of heart attack. A small tip for you: you should eat fresh or frozen blueberries with plain Greek yogurt or a handful of walnuts, and avoid cooking them for long periods to avoid destroying their protective plant compounds. Grapes. For thousands of years, grapes have been symbols of celebration and abundance, filling vineyards from the Mediterranean to South America. Yet the real treasure is not the juice or the sweetness, but the protective compounds concentrated in their skins and seeds. Grapes are especially rich in resveratrol, quercetin, and anthocyanins. These antioxidants help shield your arteries' inner lining from inflammation and oxidation, stopping them from creating cracks and rough patches. Without these cracks, cholesterol and platelets are less likely to stick, which lowers the chance of a stroke. Resveratrol also preserves the smooth surface and helps create more nitric oxide, allowing blood vessels to relax and maintain healthy circulation. Dark red or purple grapes are the best at providing these benefits. Eat them whole instead of drinking grape juice, and include the skins and seeds if they are edible, since that's where many of the most beneficial polyphenols are concentrated. Guava. Guava may look ordinary, but in many parts of the world, it has long been called the poor man's apple, because it grows easily, produces heavily, and delivers an incredible amount of nutrition at a low cost. Street markets across Asia and Latin America pile guavas high in colorful stacks. Yet this humble fruit quietly contains more vitamin C than many citrus fruits. It is also packed with lycopene, potassium, and soluble fiber. This is a combination that targets several root causes of stroke at the same time. Like many other fruits on this list, eat fresh guava with the skin on as much as possible, and sprinkle it with a squeeze of lime instead of sugar to preserve its natural fiber and maximize the absorption of its powerful antioxidants. Papaya. Spanish explorers called papaya the fruit of the angels after tasting its soft, sweet flesh in the tropics. Long before refrigeration, people across Central and South America relied on ripe papaya as a refreshing source of hydration and nutrition during hot seasons. But that's not all papaya has to offer. Its bright orange color hints at an even more impressive effect on your circulatory system. Papaya is rich in vitamin C, beta-carotene, lycopene, folate, and potassium. Vitamin C repairs tiny cracks in artery walls, while beta-carotene and lycopene act like rust-proof coatings for the inner lining against unstable molecules that cause oxidative damage. Folate also helps keep homocysteine under control, lowering stroke risk. To get the most out of this tropical superfood, enjoy it fresh and fully ripe. Drizzle a little fresh lime juice over the slices to get the extra vitamin C, which helps lock in the antioxidants, and pairing it with a handful of pumpkin seeds or almonds will provide the healthy fats needed to fully absorb its nutrients.